For some of you who are still wondering why we gave South Africa till the end of July 2026 to leave Nigeria, there is a video I will point you to right now. This video is from a South African woman telling them the history, the extent Nigerians went in fighting for South Africa in their dark days. But before I show you this video, I want you to know this. Apartheid started in 1948 in South Africa. From that 1948 to 1960, when Nigeria got their independence, nothing tangible was done about it. From 1948 to 1960 is 12 years. In this whole 12 years, South Africans were slaves in their own country. They don't attend the same school with the whites. They don't go the same market with the whites. They don't live in the same place with the whites. They don't have the right to vote. That means they can't be voted for. They can't even lead in their own country. The policy of apartheid discriminated against them. They were practically animals living with humans. They were not eating where the whites eat. Everything is apart, just like the name, apartheid. In 1960, immediately Nigeria got independence, Nigeria took it upon themselves to fight the white hegemony in South Africa. By 1961, the then foreign minister of Nigeria, Jaja Ndubisi Nwachukwu, was already at the floor of United Nations, raising voices against apartheid in South Africa. Nigeria established what they call Southern Africa Relief Fund. Nigeria deprived their students lunch, contributing this lunch money into what they call Mandela tax. Nigeria deducted salaries of Nigerian workers and put into that Mandela tax in order to raise funds to champion, to sponsor every organization, every association, every group of people that are fighting apartheid in South Africa. At the end, Nigeria spent over $61 billion just to fight for South Africa. Nigeria granted South African students scholarship in this country. Nigeria gave free visas to South Africans into Nigeria. Nigeria took it upon themselves. And after all this sacrifice, what Nigeria will get today is go back home, leave our country. What Nigeria is being paid back for is embarrassment, harassment, humiliation of our citizens, calling us drug dealers by the officials of their own governments. The leaders of the protesters humiliating our people, calling us thieves, confiscating our properties, looting the goods of our people, and killing some Nigerians. And we said we will keep quiet. You can do this nonsense with our governments, and they will take it because they want to be big brothers. We in our generation cannot be big brothers to ingrates. So if you do shit, you see shit. We are not taking it. And that 30-day ultimatum given to South Africans in Nigeria stands by the end of this month. By the end of this month, July 2026, and you don't leave our country, I promise you, what you're hearing is not just from one person. I am the chairman, Forum of National Leaders of all political parties in Nigeria. All the youth of this country will rise, and we will march to every outlet, every establishment, every business that has to do with South Africa and Nigeria. Your embassy, everything will be shut down. The other day after our press conference, I saw the CEO of MTN coming on TV to say that MTN is 95% or over 90% owned by Nigerians. If you like, let Nigerians own the shares of MTN 100%. It's none of our business. As long as we are drug dealers, we are not good to live in your country. We shouldn't be good to do business in your company. Let everything that concerns South Africa leave this country. You cannot humiliate our people and then you expect us to watch you kill, maim, confiscate, claim the business of our people. giving them only 1 month to live, knowing that it is impossible for them to live within a month with all their hard-earned properties, money, and everything in South Africa. We will reciprocate, and we wouldn't want government anywhere, anytime to send security after us. The South African government said that South Africans have right to protest. We too have right to protest in our country. We are going to occupy the streets. We are going to occupy their business premises. We are going to occupy their embassy. We are going to, even if it's just 5 persons from South Africa living in Nigeria, they will leave our country in reciprocation of what they have done to our people in South Africa. If you think we are joking, wait until after July. What our people saw in South Africa will be doubled for you here. The only thing we can do is that we are not going to go low with you by killing your people. We will not, because you remain our brothers. But we must tell you that nobody is a custodian of madness. Nobody is a custodian of violence. We will do to you what you have done to our people. You owe us a lot, and we cannot take shit from you. Dear youth of Nigeria, I'm calling on you to get ready, get prepared. Once it is July ending, prepare for massive protests against South Africans in Nigeria.
It was point blank Afrophobia, and you know what is the most disgusting about it all? The hate. The hate for the descendants of our liberators. But y'all are comfortable with the descendants of colonizers. Don't educate yourselves and find out what Nigeria has done for our country. Go and read up on the history. Nigeria spent $61 billion, billion with a B, to help liberate our people from 1960 to 1995. In those 35 years, Nigeria spent $61 billion, people. Dollars. We're not talking rands here. We're talking dollars. They also issued us passports when we needed it. You can go to the archives yourselves. You can do the history yourselves. From 1960 to 1995, Nigeria spent over $61 billion to support the end of apartheid. And this is according to the South African Institute of International Affairs. This is coming from our archives. This is the same Nigeria that set up the Southern Africa Relief Fund. The same Nigeria whose civil servants and public officers made a 2% donation from their monthly salary. And the same Nigerian students that skipped their lunch to make donations. And by June of 1977, in just 6 months, look at that, they were able to contribute $10.5 million. They called it the Mandela tax. And you want to know something? If you read the history, they were so proud to be contributing towards it. That's why kids in schools were skipping their lunch to be able to contribute to this fund. This is the same Nigeria that allowed our South African students, our South African people, to come over and study for free. For free. They welcomed our exiles as well. Thabo Mbeki was able to benefit from Nigeria. This is the same Nigeria that their government issued more than 300 passports for our South African citizens. The same Nigeria that lobbied for the creation of the United Nations Special Committee Against Apartheid. If you don't believe me, go through the archives. Go and do your fact check. Because the history is there, the research is there, it's even coming from our own people. It's all there. I stitched this in my last video.